Yo, what up? Welcome to the Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Ramirez Jr. I'm joined by my co-host Seek, and we got a special guest tonight. We got a pro boxer out of Torrance, California, Joy Abudy. How's it going, Joy?
Good. What's up?
Glad to have you. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
First question we got for you. It's the most common boxing question. I'm sure you guys ask this over and over again, but it's how did you get your start into boxing? What got you into the sport?
Um, there were a lot of different things that got me into boxing. The it was something I always wanted to do when I was younger. It was always like in the back of my head, but like the area I grew up in, there was not like boxing really wasn't that big. So it took me like it took me until uh my junior year in high school to really start looking into it. But um, at the time, I wasn't like, I grew up always playing sports, and my junior year in high school was the first year I really was not doing anything. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I decided to like try it out. What really made me want to try it out was this boxing anime called Hajime no Ippo. That kind of
Oh yeah, I watched that one.
that I was like, damn, this is cool. I want to try this. So I found a gym, the closest gym to my house, and it just went off from there.
Right. And yeah, I mean, I love the story with the anime connection there. It's not a common theme you hear from boxing stars. You see, it's like my family was in it, but I love that one.
Yeah,
And do you have any nicknames yet, Joy?
I don't. People like my coach and all that. They've been trying to find one or think of one, but right now I'm just Joey.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna come one of these
Joy.
fights. A fan just yelling something is gonna stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and,
Anything's
uh,
gonna
and
pop out and bang, that's gonna stick with you.
that's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your amateur career? What are some of your major accomplishments from back in the day?
Um, I'd say, well, my first big accomplishment was winning the Open Class Golden Gloves in California. That was in 2019. Before that, I won some local tournaments, but I think Golden Gloves is a pretty good tournament to win that in California. That's like an accomplishment I would consider big. And then in 2022, I won again Golden Gloves in California. And then after that, I won the Green Belt Challenge and got the amateur green belt. I got second place in the national qualifiers. And then this past December, I got second place again. So I finished my amateur career ranked number 2 in the country.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, there's so many talented fighters in California. So just to be right there at the top, 1, 2, that's a huge accomplishment. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And now, flash forward to your pro debut. You made your first fight on February 2023. What was that experience? Did you have any nerves leading up to your pro fight?
Um yeah, there was a lot of excitement, and then obviously I was a little nervous because it was something new and something different, but at the same time I was really confident in myself. I knew I was prepared, and I knew this is what I've been working for since I'd started. So I just came out there, and I knew I just gotta like focus on doing what I do and just like execute what I do as good as possible. So yeah, I came out there and just treated it like a normal fight.
Uh, I actually literally seen it like a few hours ago. You're on YouTube. Your pro debut
Hmm.
fight. You
Oh
look
yeah,
pretty solid, pretty confident, bro. To be honest,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
I
looking at him.
felt
This is pretty. He looks. Is I guess is the key is have confidence in yourself. Yes, nerves kick in and so many things kick in the way, and maybe who knows negative people. But
yeah,
what they also take that negative and turn it into a positive. But you look really solid. I
yeah.
seen your
Thank
it
you.
was like a 4-minute video, I believe. but it was you look pretty solid in there. You were doing your
Yeah,
thing.
thank you, thank you. I do like I do too much and put too much time into this sport and really dedicate everything I have to be as good as I can in it to like not be confident and
Right.
not go in there with confidence.
100%. It was an impressive first fight, because they got the attention of Marv Nation.
Yeah.
They offer you a multi-fight contract, which you
Yeah.
sign. What about Marv Nation specifically attracted you, to sign with them?
My manager slash coach, he's been he knows Marvin. He knew him like before I turned pro, and he was talking with him. He told me that it would be good to sign with Marv because he's pretty new, but he's making a lot of noise. He's creating a name for himself and his brand. Also, he's out of SoCal. I'm out of SoCal, so if he can guarantee some fights for like local fights, I can grow a fan base and all that. So it felt like a real good decision for me and my career to go with him.
That's really good. That's good. Go wherever you feel comfortable. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and No Seek was actually in person at the last Marv Nation card they
Yeah.
had here at the Pachanga Casino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was actually. I mean, I've known boxing for a couple of years, but last time I went to a boxing match was over in Thomas and Maxon in Las Vegas. Was Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Sergio Martinez. But I was literally on the top
Oh,
row, and literally
oh
maybe
okay.
like the 10th, 11th round, I kind of somehow sneaked to like the like kind of VIP section, but But this
Yeah.
time over here on the Bachancas, it was like I was literally ringside, bro. Like, oh my god, I'm literally here. You see everything like the punches and sweat, and I'm like, and
Yeah.
I met a lot of cool people. It was really
Yeah,
a good
that's cool.
experience, and yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
those
looking
are
forward to that.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're fun, especially when you're like close right there. It makes a
Yeah.
huge
exactly,
difference.
exactly. It was really cool.
And Joe, you've been staying active. You fought again in April. When
Yeah.
might we see you in the ring again?
Right now I don't really know. They haven't mentioned anything about me fighting, but I'm ready. Like for all I know, they can give me a call tomorrow and I could be fighting in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was actually we were hoping to get on the card you were just at in Pachanga,
Okay,
but they never got back to me with an opponent. So we're
I
just
see.
waiting. I'm ready. So like just soon, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. And now going about your preparation for fights. Do you watch a lot of tape on your opponent, or do you kind of leave that up to your coach and you just focus on you and making improvements for your style?
If there is tape, I'll watch tape. Like I'm not gonna spend all my time like looking and like I'll watch the tape on him and I'll like to get an idea of what he does. I don't spend too much time like thinking about the tape and worrying about it because like for all I know, he could come out doing some completely different stuff. The tape for me is like I can get a good idea and feel what he likes to do and yeah, just use that to my advantage.
Okay.
Excellent. And then when it comes to sparring, I'm sure in being in SoCal, there's a an abundance of sparring partners, a lot of great talent. But what's the
Mhm.
furthest you've actually traveled to get good sparring?
Sparring. I have not really traveled that far, like no more than a 2 hour drive, I would
Oh,
think,
nice. Hmm.
So yeah, we like stay pretty local because there
Okay.
is such good sparring in here, like in
Hmm.
Yeah.
SoCal.
Right.
Yeah, lots of great gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
Let me think. Hardest puncher. You know, that's a hard one because like with the sparring and the headgear, like and it just depends like if you let someone hit you with a solid punch or not.
Hmm.
Um and then also like people their punches are a little different. They feel different. I think You know, I've sparred back in like 2019. Yeah, in 2019, I sparred like Jose Valenzuela.
Oh, okay.
Then
Nice.
yeah, I sparred him. He hit me with a pretty hard punch. I mean, uh like it wasn't enough for me to stop, but like that was like a memorable punch that I got hit with. I've been hit with some hard punches like by people I don't really remember like starting out, now
Um,
like my defense is a lot tighter than it was before, so like in sparring I don't let myself get hit with like punches that will really affect me.
yeah, yeah. And then
I spar
2019, you were super young, right? Like, was it 16 years old?
I was
Uh,
I was actually 19, but
19. That.
yeah, I just I had just turned open at the time, so I still didn't. I had like maybe a year and a half of experience boxing.
Okay.
Gotcha. And then your record so far, Joey, it's 2 wins, both of them by knockout. So
Yeah.
you're a power puncher yourself with that. Those
Uh-huh.
stats. Have you received any comments from your sparring partners, kind of on your power?
Yeah, they say I place my punches really good. Like I'll like pinpoint like really good spots with good accuracy. So yeah, I've had some comments with that, and then mixing that placement with my pressure gives people a lot of problems.
Nice. And then Joey, who was your favorite boxer growing up?
So growing up, I really did not keep up with boxing up until I started. So like when the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was going on, people were talking about at school. I was like, who? Like I had no idea who those guys were.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got into boxing, I started looking into Manny Pacquiao. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. I did a PowerPoint presentation on him, like a successful person you look up to. So I did research on him. I learned a lot about him and like how like through working hard and all that, he really changed his life, turned it around with boxing. So that's one guy I really look up to. Guys obviously like Muhammad Ali, that stuff like that. But the one name that sticks the most is Manny Pacquiao because when I
Second.
first started, um, I did the presentation on him and I tried to emulate his style a little bit back then, like throwing a lot of punches, fast combinations. Now it's more like I like to naturally apply pressure and all that, but I'm like starting to do things that work for me and
Right.
creating my own little style.
Awesome. Yeah, but no, Pacquiao is definitely fun to watch in there. One of the greatest to
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, I love his speed, his way of boxing is very unique.
yeah,
It's
it
very,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's very he's a very cool, humble guy. But
Yeah,
he's a must to watch, and he's a legend.
yeah.
Agreed. And now talking about present day, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
You know, not many people. I mean, maybe some would agree, but I think Shakur Stevenson is the best boxer right now, skillfully, just because his like he'll fight top level guys and make it look easy. I enjoy watching his style, and I think he's one of the best guys right now. I think if he fights Tank, if he doesn't get hit with anything hard and the power doesn't like affect him, which like Tank can hit him with a good punch to the body, slow him down,
Yeah,
change the whole game. But I think Shakur can like outbox him. Tank doesn't throw that many punches. Shakur could like win pretty easily on points.
right.
Yeah, I mean, a huge respect for Shakur Stevenson. I know when he fought Oscar Valdez,
Yeah,
Valdez himself is a great fighter, and he
yeah,
made
Yeah,
him look ordinary on that night.
exactly.
yeah,
So Shakur
He was,
Stevenson is going to be up there in the conversation for sure.
yeah, he was giving tough fight for Oscar Valdez. He couldn't figure him out. But I mean,
Yeah.
Shakur Stevens, and he has his way of fighting. He's
Hmm.
it's hard to touch him. You know, even Oscar Valdez said it's hard to touch him.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
he'll like stand right there
yep,
and like just
And
hit you
still,
with shit and
reflexes and
like
quick.
not get hit.
yeah, it's unreal, generational
Yeah.
talent. And
Yeah.
and Joy, since you find the welterweight division, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that weight class, especially like the up and coming names?
So I'm planning to fight at 140, like
Oh,
campaign at
nice.
140. So those names, there's right now I think Josh Taylor,
Yeah, it's
Regis
literally yeah.
Prograis,
Mhm.
and then Devin Haney's probably going to be moving up there soon. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah,
Those are all good names, all people I'd love to get in the ring with and fight.
right.
So I think it's a good division, and it's going to be it's going to be exciting because 135 was a hot division, and I think people are like the guys from 35 are going to be moving up to 140, and 140 is going to be like one of the hot divisions now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. So
the
much
fight
talent in the
coming up
division
should
too.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. The fight coming up should be interesting too. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo.
Yeah, yeah, that's like it's really interesting to see how what fights are going to be made and the fights that like good fights like that how they're going to play out.
I think right now the divisions that are on top right now are 135 and 140 pounders.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good division on both of them. Pretty solid
Yep.
fighters there, both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So let's go now into some of your boxing predictions. So as you mentioned, we got Teofimo, Josh Taylor this weekend. Who do you think what's going to win that fight?
That's a close fight. I'm gonna go with Josh Taylor because I mean Lopez has got that power and he's got the skills too, but Taylor has also got skills, and I feel like Josh Taylor's got like a little more in him. He'll like kind of dig deep. He's a bit more aggressive. So I think Taylor can pull off a decision if it goes the distance. I'd give it to Taylor, just outworking him. But you know, but who knows about Lopez's power at 142? But like I think Lopez cracks him, it can change the tide of the fight. But I would lean more toward Taylor winning
Right.
a decision on points.
All right. Yep. And then the last fight I want to ask you about, because it's the equivalent of the Mayweather Pacquiao for this generation, and it's Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Yeah. How do you see that fight playing out?
I I see Spence using his size and pressure to, I mean, not really break him down, but I think Spence, I just see Spence winning it because, like, Spence, he really tight and compact. Crawford sometimes, like, opens up a little wide. So I feel like Spence could pull that off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And coming back to you, Joy, what are some things you like to do outside of boxing? Some of your interests and hobbies?
Right now, I I live a pretty simple life right now. I've just been on my free time. I'll like read. I'm like into meditation. I meditate a lot. I'll like watch movies with my family. Sometimes on the weekends, I'll go watch some sports with my friends. Go on walks. It's like yeah, I've been playing chess on my phone and the computer. So I like to play
Nice.
chess.
Cool.
But yeah, like I don't really do too much these days. Just like stuff like that.
Nothing wrong with that. That sounds good to
Watch
me.
boxing, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. You watching any good animes now, Joy?
Recently I haven't been watching much anime. Like recently I've only been watching like TVs and movies if it's with my family and stuff. Like if I'm alone I'll like read or do like meditate. But I would I recently I read a manga called Monster. I would read
Oh yeah,
manga.
awesome.
But yeah. Or actually no. I watched Chainsaw Man with my brother a couple months ago.
Oh, that was wild. Yeah, I saw that one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's a cool one.
Sweet. And then Joy, what's the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about going pro and making a career out of boxing?
I say it's really about dedication, putting everything you've got into it, and just like doing your best, but also enjoying what you do too, because you don't want to like you're risking a lot getting yourself into this sport. Like a lot of risk is involved, so you want to make sure you really love doing what you're doing and enjoy it, and then at the same time dedication and sacrifice is really important to like bringing your full potential out of you.
Great advice. And then the final question we got for you, Joy, it's not really a question. It's more so opening up the floor. What's the message you want to send to your fans and your fans and supporters?
Just keep watching me. I plan on doing big things in this sport. Right now, I'm, just doing my best to get better and put myself on the top platform so I can show the world what I'm made of. And I want to make a statement on the like at the top level. So that's my plan. And in the next few years, that's you'll see that.
Well
That's it.
said. And everybody go give Joy a follow. You can see his Instagram handle here on the banner. It's at Joya Abudy. And Joy, again, thank you so much for making the time for this interview. It was our pleasure to get to know you better, and we wish you nothing but the best when you make your return back to the ring.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem, Joy. All
Of
right,
course.
take care.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
All right,
See you
all right.
guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.